What the fuck? I'm about to say they froze my shit. What's up, family? Hey. My shit was frozen for a minute. That's why I was looking at the screen like that. I'm gonna give it a minute for anybody new to come in. All is well though. Hopefully. We got on the satin bonnet from the hair store. I'm gonna get straight into the gems as natural as possible. Ooh-wee. Told that succubus, no, you can't have my energy. I'm about to start. Matter of fact, let me start. Yo, what's up, family? I didn't even realize somebody was in here with me. So I'm at this very new point in my YouTube journey where it's like, when I go live, I don't know if I just need to start even with nobody in here or wait for people, but I still be having some great information. It's gonna be stuff that's gonna be watched years from now. So I appreciate y'all for even being here with me. Scale the growth. How y'all feeling though? Is there any questions before we get to the meat? Bunny pie, you know? Type shit. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta protect my hair. You know. Alright, so yeah, I just know I'm about to get started. And then 20 minutes from now, somebody gonna come in and they gonna say, what's a succubus? How do we get rid of the demons? And it's gonna be like, Lex, how you feeling today? You good? What's going on in your world? Hi to the 4 people that's in here. I see you. we can communicate. We can chop it up before we get into it. Yes, beautifully. Thank you for joining me. I know you be making a lot of moves, making a lot of big money moves out here. Let's go. Yeah. You was on my TikTok live, bro. Okay, okay. Grateful for y'all being here with me. Hold on, I gotta stretch. Gotta stretch for a second. What's poppin'? What's up, Twan? My dog Limitless. Alright, so the point, like, this video really spun from me seeing the TikTok. I'm scrolling on TikTok. And I see a video of a young lady explaining what a succubus and an incubus is. And her wording was just kind of like nice. So I paid attention to see what else she had to say about them. She go on to explain like the succubus is a female demon, and the incubus is a male demon, and they feed off of your sexual energy. And she shared her opinions on what that is, and I was just in my head like, wow. I think it is I watched that video and I didn't necessarily feel good. I almost felt panicked a little bit, even though I know how to handle these things. So if I felt that sense of panic, like I was picking up other people's energy from the video, and it almost got 1 million likes, so it definitely is being seen by the world. And I was like, damn, if I watched that video and almost felt the sense of panic, then I know somebody else watched that video and was panicked. And living in fear, like, can't live in fear, man. You can't live in fear. Spreading this awareness, bro, we gotta come with results and alternatives and broad ways and new ways of thinking. We that fear stage, we beyond that. This ain't a fear channel. This is not no fear channel. You heard me? We ain't having none of that. So some of y'all, all right. So what caught me most was the names, where they come from. Like a succubus being a woman demon. First of all, demon. We so quick to label something demon, especially if you came from a Christian background. You don't even gotta be Christian. If you came from a Christian background, you know how quick your family would label something a demon. We call whatever we don't understand a demon. Somebody was on my comments on TikTok earlier. They was like, that sex magic is you worshiping demons and shit. And I was kind of like, sounds nice. Like, bruh, we call any and everything a demon. So when we thinking about an incubus, or we thinking about something feeding off of our sexual energy, we immediately want to go, oh shit, this is the devil. And it ain't even gotta be the devil. It's not like a checkerboard game, one team, the other team. It's not really like that. It is what it is. Here on Earth, like, the veil is lifted, and we got a lot of team players, and we got a lot of self-team players. They for themselves. We spoke about sexual transmitted entities before in my previous video, so if you haven't seen that, go check that out. Not previous, but one of my earlier videos. The reason why jacking off, my whole opinion on jacking off. If the door open, that's a demon, right? And it's just like, bruh, like, we creating fear. Like, some of these things that y'all think is demons really don't give a fuck about you or your idea of God or anything. They not even here for that. They doing their own thing. But I just want to share some tips. All right, so what happens? How do you know when you encounter a succubus or an entity feeding off of your sexual energy? That's just what it is. You don't know if it's a succubus. Like, some of these entities, some of these vibrations and energies and beings, they don't even You can't even categorize them as being male or female. Like, let me just say, if one of these things is attached to you sexually, it don't care if you a man and it has a masculine energy as well. It probably may have a masculine energy. It doesn't care if you're a female. Don't think because you're a girl, oh, it was a incubus attacking you last night, or because you're a male, oh, it was a succubus. No, it doesn't care about your gender. You could be a trans. It's if you allow it to feed off your energy, it's gonna feed off of it. Like, so, beware of that. And to get back to what it is, how to know if you're experiencing this. Some of y'all may have experienced some very, very great wet dreams. I'm not gonna lie. Who hasn't? Who hasn't had a wet dream to where you literally going through some stuff in the dream and then the experience, the pleasure feels damn near real. It feel like you fucking in real life. Like your body get tired. You wake up from that dream tired. You on cane. You either feeling an extreme pleasure or you feeling exhausted. You know? This is the time to be vulnerable day. This is the time to be open. I want y'all to speak on it. This ain't TikTok live now. So y'all can we can get to the nitty gritty, but I'm gonna need y'all to open the door with me. What's up? What's up, family? So normally what it happens is, or something that can happen. How do you not give in? Well, everything is about consent and contracts. So let me give you an example. Let's say one time, one dream you had was very, very light. You just felt something rub against your thighs, but it felt good in your dream, and you was enjoying this. And then the next time in the dream, you was kissing somebody, and then they go to rubbing on your cat, and you feel me? You feeling that in your real life, and you squeezing your legs, and come on, this is real shit we get into, right? And you sitting there squeezing your legs, and you sitting there like, oh my gosh, this is some freaky shit, but I like it. Most of the time, when you're dealing with an entity that's fucking with your sexual energy, you be turned on and lets you know what's going on off the rip. So you be sitting there turned on. Then the next time you have sex in the next dream, and it was the bomb. I'm talking about some great ass sex. It felt so good. You woke up exhausted as if you just now really had sex. And then the next time they ran the train on you in the dream, the entity, and was more aggressive. And you woke up with scratches on you and shit like that. This time you woke up with whelps over on your back, as if something was really scratching you or grabbing your thighs. You know, so it's like um they getting pleasure from this. They getting pleasure from this. Your sexual energy is creator energy. It is massive. Don't let nobody tell you your sexual energy ain't nothing. Men, your sexual energy is key. I'm telling you, bro. That seed is very, very important. It's life force. It's life force. I'm not gonna tell you not to jack off. I'm just gonna tell you the importance of your life force. Do what you do. Do what you do. What you do. I'd rather you just know the importance of it and what's going on. So when you have, the insight on this, you can make better judgment. Let me see what the comments talk about. Not trying to get off track. I said most of the time it's a girl. You talking about from your experience? Because really, the energy, these energy, these entities, it don't even matter if they male or female. You can't really tell. It can take on the form of whatever. This isn't something in your physical life. So this entity that is feeding off of your sexual energy, it is not like me coming in your room and coming in there and touching you while you sleep. Wouldn't do that. But you get it. This isn't like a physical body coming and touching. This is something else in between the realms of the physical and the non-physical that is able to stimulate you and feed from your energy. So while you catching that nut and you orgasm and you throbbing and you chanting all this stuff, you are feeding this entity. Feeding it. It loves it. It's gonna come back again and again and again, and it's gonna do all these things to you because that is the closest thing to a physical life that they can experience. They love to get your consent. And it's only consent. I'm telling y'all, it's nothing to be scared of. If you cut off the consent, meaning if you no longer with the shits, and you let them know, hey, I don't know what the fuck going on. I don't know what type of freaky shit y'all got going on. I ain't with it no more. Nah. My sexual energy is for me. I'm claiming my sexual energy. Get aggressive, you know? Stand on your square. Know who you are. Know who you are. You feel me? You ain't gotta be passive with that shit. Can you please not you come in my dream tonight? No, they at the front door. Fuck a front door. They at your face. Soon as you go to sleep, it's right here. Y'all seen that movie Harry Potter 3, The Prisoner of Azkaban, the Dementors. The Dementors is the perfect example of what a succubus, incubus, or a sexual transmitted entity is. They get up in your face and they suck that life force out of you, and you just see that little glare coming through. That's exactly what that is, bro. That's exactly what that is. And it's only one way to beat off of the mentor. Wow, bro. I fuck around and make a TikTok about this. I ain't even never think about comparing them two. It's only one way to be a Dementor. You gotta use your personal energy, your love energy, your protection spell, your expecto patrotum. That's the only way to keep them off. If it ain't your expecto patrotum, and if you don't believe in yourself and stand on your ground, remember when Harry, I don't know if y'all seen the video, the movie, it's a good movie though, Harry Potter 3. Somebody getting cussed out, it sounds like, excuse me. But anyways, when Harry was scared and he was trying to fight off the Dementors during practice, and he was like expecto patrotum, but he didn't believe it. He didn't even know the power was his. He was just saying the spell, and it rolled up on him like, boy, I don't give a fuck about that. Like, and it still sucked him dry, and he passed out because he wasn't acting with love. He wasn't acting with love. Love is one of the strongest forces in the world. That's why I bring up love. You can act with anger. You can act with whatever emotion is strong to you. Love is up there for me. But when he wasn't actually standing on his square, bro, that thing took him out for real. No, I have not discussed empty walkers. So the key is okay. What? So is it okay to jack off? That's personal. That's personal. You can jack off for sex magic. I see it like this: if you gonna use your seed for something, you might as well manifest something intentionally. You heard it right here from me. If you gonna use your seed, you might as well use it intentionally. Whatever that means to you, that means. I'm not going to tell you that it's bad for you to jack off, but for you to aimlessly just be releasing that life force and that you're not improving with anything in your life, bro, yeah, you're turning into an old man, bro. Some of y'all look 40 and we only 20, we only 25, we only 22. Some of y'all real life look 50. Some of y'all look old as hell because all your sexual energy is drained. And you wondering why you're not even attracted to this. You're not even attracted to this shit no more. You can't even get your pee up for real like that. You gotta watch a video. Some of us is horses. Some it don't take nothing for you don't even need the video. You feel me? Everybody's situation is different. So I can't just put everybody in the same bucket and say, hey, you need to stop jacking off. You running your life force down. A lot of y'all ran a lot out, and you got a lot more to go. Congratulations. Learn how to manipulate it and control it. Man, cause let me see. Scary topic. The more I wake up, the more I realize how scary the world is. No, who just said that? Nah, bro. This is not a scary topic. The more you wake up, the more control you learn you have. It's scary knowing that this shit happens to you without you even knowing. That's scary. All them times you was in your room jacking off with your phone and something was feeding off of your energy in the corner of your room. That's scary. Because what happened? You bust your nut and immediately, I'm talking about, bro, if immediately, bro, you like, you unmotivated, you disgusted with yourself, you ain't want to hold your phone no more, you just sitting there, you tired, you don't want to do shit in life, you just like, man, that nut, I felt like I really fucked that girl. Meanwhile, it was something, I ain't gonna say a succubus or an incubus, it was something, it was an entity feeding off of your energy the whole time. That's why I tell dudes the importance of jacking off. Because if you ain't claimed your space, if you ain't stood your square yet, if you not um godly like enough to stand and protect and be you and warn off these other entities and energies, then you really you can get played. You can get played. These sexual entities, they use this in Hollywood. This ain't new. This what we talking about right here. This shit is ancient. This shit is ancient. They do rituals in Hollywood where they performing sex magic for these entities. Yeah, they do the thing with each other too, but they doing it with things that ain't even here. Like, so this is nothing new. And you always have control over the situation until you give up control. Your consent is the control. Know your contracts. And if you're not with that contract, then break that motherfucker. Facts. Knows death. And release the created. Suck the life force out of you, champ. For real, as a man, we know this, bro. As a man, bro, you grab your phone, bro, you know what time it is. You can go with this much lotion. It don't matter if it's this much left in the bottle. You gonna make it work. And then minutes later, you just feeling like this. All of it's gone. All of it's gone. That real life force, that real prana. Another entity came in your room because it know your schedule. It know that you jack off 3 times today. It know that you jacked off 2 times yesterday. You would have did it 3 times, but you had to go pick up your sister from work. It already know your schedule. It know that you not even aware of it, so it's gonna feed. It's not even the only thing feeding off of you. If you had some goggles to see other dimensions, you would see about 20 of them things all sucking your energy at once. They like hyenas. They like hyenas. Imagine if a hyena could eat a gazelle. Imagine if a hyena could eat a gazelle while the gazelle was alive, walking around, eating and living still. That's how these things are. They vultures, man. They vultures. Now, I'm not gonna say like, bro, I like to just keep it a whole buck with y'all. Like, I'm not gonna say you can't use that experience for your own pleasure. Just like they feeding off of you, some of y'all know how to feed off of them. Some of y'all. Some of some of us know how to manipulate our energy. We know how to do what we doing, but come on, man. Don't why you gotta risk that game? You might as well just go ahead and get with somebody for real. Have consensual sex with one another. But I remember one time a woman I know, she was telling me like, man, like I've been having these dreams and they've been getting this. She told me this in 2015. No. It was 2017. She was like, I've been having these dreams and they've been getting more intense. And she told me it basically went dream one. She felt like she was getting ate out by something, and her physical body was having the experience while she was in her dream. When she got the dream three, these entities was running the train on her. She felt like she got slutted out. She said it was the nastiest feeling of my life. I did not like how I was taking control of and how I did not like that. I did not enjoy the energy anymore and I didn't welcome him back. She told me that after she felt violated like that, she went to claim her energy back. She claimed her energy back. She demanded that her sexual energy stays in her space and that it belongs to her and she ain't had that issue again. It really could be that simple. What you don't know, what you don't know, you don't know. It's really that simple. That's what I was saying. Like when you're watching that video about incubus and succubus, you ain't even gotta be scared. You just supposed to know you were God and be like, bruh, I talk that God talking here. You just supposed to know you were God and be like, y'all ain't fucking welcome. Y'all ain't fucking welcome. I'm claiming this space. I'm claiming my sexual energy. You may not interact with me. You may not. Hell nah. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Unless you want to get nasty and unless you want to do that. Unless you want to get a little freaky and you want to try that experience. It's going to give you what you want. If you aware of the transaction of energy, you know it's another entity feeding off of your energy, and you just enjoy the experience. Oh man, it's gonna really give you what you want. It's gonna really give you what you want. Who remembers Scary Movie 2? The honey house scene? Remember the goofy girl in there? I was oddly I was addicted to that movie as a kid just because it promoted sex. Sex was programmed into my subconscious very young. But anyways, remember the girl who was getting humped by the ceiling? She wasn't getting humped by the ceiling. She was getting fucked by a another dimensional entity. You want to call it a ghost, whatever you want to call it. Remember, the thing picked her ass up and had her fucking the ceiling. It's just like that. It's just like that because she agreed to the terms and conditions. That thing turned her around. She woke up out her sleep. She said, "Oh, I'm still with the shits." He said, "Oh, say less." Took her, took her whole body up. Shit like that will happen if you with the shits. Cause they not trying to scare you out of it. They love that energy that you giving them. They don't want to scare you out of it. They'll inch it. They'll play that nice game. Oh, you like your pussy being ate? Okay, we gonna munch for a minute. We gonna give you that satisfaction. Or you like when you like the sensation of your skin grabbed and everything. I don't even know what I can say on YouTube, man. I'm trying to keep it like, nah. I'm gonna tell you. You like the sensation of your dick getting that sloppy toppy gaga 3000 alternator. Oh yeah, it's gonna give you that feeling. It don't matter if it's a male or a female. It's not male or female. We always equate male and female on this human plane. Yes, there's feminine and masculine energy, but that thing, it don't even matter what it is. It ain't even gotta have a gender. So, is it possible for you to be getting your energy? Is it possible for you to be a man and for you to wake up to the best head dream of your life and your energy was being ciphered by another masculine, what you would call incubus, a male demon? You know, those words kind of make it blurry, but yeah, yeah, that's very possible. And they don't care that you a man. They don't care. It's just the energy, the sexual energy. That's how powerful sexual energy is, y'all. This is why I like to talk about this. This is why I'm giving consultations with guys on the side, teaching them how to build that shit up and control it. Because man, what I'm saying is, succubus and incubus, that they not getting my energy no more. Yeah, that's all you do is man, you make it known. Stand on your square. Stand on your square. Ain't nothing taking nothing from me no more. When I learned about other entities feeding off of me, every cause I started slow. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I still was jacking off. But before I would jack off, I would claim my energy. Man, this sexual energy is mine. Can't nothing else feed off of it. No other entity is allowed in my space. You are not welcome here. No. I was doing that every time. Every time. Now, what happens? Do the sensations de-escalate? Yes. Does it feel as real as it used to feel? It don't feel the same no more. Because when you had that other party helping you out with your nut, they was giving you the sensations like it was real. You really felt like that girl from high school was throwing it back on you. You really felt like, you feel me, your neighbor was giving you that amazing head. You really felt that shit because that other entity was feeding you that so that they could take your energy. It was like a transfer. Everything is always a transfer of energy. Without you, when you block that off from you, that transfer ain't there no more. So you jacking off to yourself is not as pleasurable. It's not. To be honest, that's another thing to say, hey, y'all, for my people who hate the succubus and the incubus or whatever, if you hate those entities, just know that unless you doing your own sex magic and you have enjoyed from your own imagination and pleasure, that natural, real ass feeling that they was giving you, hey, they taking that with them. They taking that with them, which is an illusion. You can create that with yourself. Create that intimacy with yourself. Oh yeah, the porn. Oh my gosh, man, come on. Why y'all think porn is free? They charge for everything in this motherfucking world. Everything. What's one thing that men enjoy? Football games. They charge for football games. They charge for massages. They charge for strip clubs. They charge for everything. Home cooked meals. Dirty phone lines. They charge for everything. But porn is free? They really got y'all, homie. They got y'all. Yeah, you've been played. You've been played. It's alright. Everybody plays the fool. It's okay. I'm not judging you, bro. I used to watch it too. I'm proud to say I haven't watched porn in I haven't watched porn since 2017. That was 4 years ago. I'm so serious. Even when I'm horny, even when I want to express my sexual energy, I could easily just turn on my phone and watch a video. I don't even do that. I don't even do that. That could be a form of sex magic too. You can manifest that person. 2017, that's what I'm saying, bro. And I never would have thought that was possible because I was a horse. I was going. I was going. You couldn't ask to see my phone and go on Safari, whatever that shit is called. If you was going on Safari, you was purposely looking for trouble. Like, how do you get concentration? Hold on. Let me read what you're really saying though. I'm about to scroll up a little bit. Tell me why I started. Oh yeah, I read that. Succubus said the same creature as an incubus. A succubus said to be the same creature as an incubus. I agree. I agree. There's no difference in there. One of them just may have one of them, the experience just may be more masculine or feminine, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing. So we gotta let go of the idea of it being a demon because it's not like coming from hell. It's just other existences and vibrations. You know, uh, just depends on the victim's gender. It does not depend on the victim's gender because I don't want people to think because I'm a woman that mean an incubus is feeding off of me. No, whatever it is feeding off of you regardless. It don't care if you're a woman, a man, transgender, a dog. If you're exhibiting that sexual energy and you're not aware of how to protect it, they gonna come and feed off of it. It's not one of these things where it's like, oh, I'm a male. All right. Let's imagine I'm a I'm an entity not of this kind, and I know that you masturbate every day. I'm not about to look at you and go, oh, well, I'm a male I'm a male incubus, so I'm only about to take energy from her because she a girl and I like pussy. Nah, I'm gonna take it where I get it. As above, so below. Really, they don't got no rules. They don't got no rules outside of this earthly rule. These are some earthly rules we deal with. This gender stuff, this race, dealing with the color of our skin and all these things that we think of are important. These are some earthly, very, very small-minded rules we have. Other entities, they getting down. They getting down. I'm a firm believer love is love. Am I interested or attracted to men? No. But do I know that other entities, they get down? They get down. That sexual transmitted entity don't care what you are. It's gonna feed off of you. It's gonna feed off of you if you let it. Damn. And all right, this is the time for questions, y'all. If y'all got questions, go ahead and drop them questions. How do you get counseling? Hold up. So what you doing after sexual encounters with others? That's a great question. Let me stop right there. Oh, that's Barbara. What's going on? Okay, Barb. She said, what do I do with sexual encounters with others? Are they still capable of taking your energy? Yes, they capable of taking both of y'all energy because y'all having sex. So y'all are creating. First of all, when you having sex with somebody, you are creating. The baby may not come, but you are creating. The power is so magnificent, bruh. It is so beautiful. I'm gonna say beautiful, cause I don't want y'all to think like what we talking about is scary. This shit is beautiful. The power that you have with somebody when y'all both can come to an agreement or a manifestation or hold an idea in your mind while y'all fucking, and you about to catch that nut and you thinking about that $1 million lottery that you just won. So they definitely feeding off of both of y'all. And what I do is I do chants. The woman may not even know. She don't even know. I chant. I chant before and after. It's strong. I'm strong enough to not even do the chant. I don't even need to do all of that. I do it because I want to sometimes. I'm strong enough to just claim my sexual energy. Hey, ain't no entity allowed to feed off this sexual energy right here. I don't care. I don't care what your intentions are. Sometimes I kick everybody out the room. I kick everybody out the room sometimes. Ancestors, guardians, life partners, people who astral projecting. I don't care what you are. You are now welcome into this space right now. We handling private business. After we do our thing and we collectively choose and harness our energy, then when I leave, shit can go back to the way it is. And if that woman is aware of that situation, then she'll do the same too. Just claim your energy, claim your nut, claim your nut. Because if you don't claim it, I'm gonna claim it. And if I don't claim it, they gonna claim it. So that was a great question, Barbara. Appreciate you for that. How do you get consultation? Hit me up on IG, bro. So what I'm doing right now is I'm making private YouTube videos where I'm dropping like real deal spill. Like the magic button, that was free. For the people who've been following me, they must have watched the video. I told everybody I knew to watch the video. I had the video up and on public. Now it's on private. I got a couple more videos I'm gonna add to the collection. And what I'm gonna do is for a monthly subscription, you got access to all the videos that I drop that's on my private side of YouTube, and you can call and have some one-on-one talks with me, and we can talk about where you at sexually, what you trying to experience, and then how we gonna get you there. So yeah, hit me up on IG, and we can have a consultation talk for free. The money part ain't like you talking to me. I'm trying to figure out if I can help you. If I can help you, then we can go into more detail. Hmm. Or whatever that C word you said. I've been talking for so long, I can't even remember what C word. Damn, never looked at it that way. Oh yeah, we opening eyes. You hate it when tumblers stack. Man, you was a hoe for 7 years straight. Every day you needed it. Hey, you probably wasn't the only one that needed it. You was pleasuring a lot of things. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. You're right. So it's gonna give you whatever you attracted to. So if I'm a male and from my sexual nut, and in order for this thing to take my energy, it has to give me what I like. Some of y'all, these encounters that you have with these beings, they give you the best sex that you ever had in your astral world because they already know what you like, and there's no rules. There's no rules. If you like your butt to get ate, You may be scared to ask Joe to eat your butt. This sexual entity, it's gonna lick the edge. It's gonna lick the room. It's gonna clean the room. You're gonna love that. So yeah, if I'm a guy and I'm attracted to this type of woman, it's gonna take the form of that woman and give me that. It's gonna stimulate me the way I would feel if I was with that woman, in order to get me aroused and be able to have that energy flow going. Yo, that was a great comment, by the way. Appreciate you for dropping that, June. Yeah, it's just about whatever you attracted to. Dang, bro, so we can't even watch you work. You can do, bruh. The more power you figure out you have, the less you care about this. Like, I used to be so into this shit. I used to be on Snapchat talking about, y'all out here catching sexual transmitted entities. This is how you cleanse. I used to be on Snapchat 2016 talking about this. Folks they didn't know or care what I was talking about. And I was just too into it. Now that I know my strength completely, I could care less. Like, hearing about an incubus or a succubus is like, oh, is it consensual? What, you wanted to be there? Oh, alright. Wait, you think that wet dream was just a wet dream? What happened to you? You gave consent to it? You expecting it to happen again? Okay. Man, Tantra. Did I go over paralysis? Nah, I didn't. What's up? Oh yes, and another thing. So like with the with the sexual energy, just because you having an explicit sex dream does not mean it's a succubus or incubus. There's so many variables to what can be going on. Your sexual energy can just be that strong, and you can just be enjoying your own pleasure, and or somebody could be performing sex magic on you. Not an entity that you can't feel and see. I'm talking about somebody in flesh and bones. They undid some little spell at home where they really attracted to you, and they trying to take advantage of your sexual energy with or without you knowing. I've had that happen before. I've also done that to people before, so I learned my karma. I learned my karma. Um, yeah, sex magic is very powerful and very great. It's like a gun. A gun can save a life or it can take one. It's all about who's holding it, you know. So if you having an amazing dream, but you think you being attacked by like an incubus, it could have possibly been that girl on Instagram that like all your pictures, who afraid to talk to you, but she jack off to your name. I mean, not jack off, but you feel me? She shake to your name. That's very real too, y'all. That's very real too. When you having sex with that dude and he tell you who pussy is it, you feel me? He look you dead in your eyes and y'all looking soul to soul, and he choking you, and he tell you to say his name, who shit is it? And you yell his name, and y'all mixing them fluids with one another. That's a contract. That's a spell. That's a spell. Now you wondering why you can't let him go. Your mama, everybody calling you stupid. You don't know why you can't let him go. You can't. He got a whole trap on you. He probably don't even know that he put a spell on you. He just used to doing this because that's what the homies taught him to do. So now he got a whole bunch of sexual ties with women who can't let him go because they've been put under that spell. What's the topic? The topic is everything. Topic is whatever y'all trying to talk about for real. Right now I'm just answering questions though. and we still growing and evolving. That's so dope, right? Like I'm still learning so much. Y'all can still learn so much. Like information is endless. People who can project their astro can steal your energy too. Possibly, but that's why I said earlier, like I ain't care who was in the room. I don't care if you astral projected here. I don't care if you a guardian angel. I don't care what you is, an incubus, a succubus. I banish all entities and energies out of my presence when I'm dealing with somebody. Sometimes, if I feel the need to. Ancestors, I don't even want y'all paying attention to this. You need to mind your business this time. Man, what we about to do here is our business. This is our magic. And I don't want nothing else to feed off of it. Point period blank. 7 years. 7 years. Ain't nothing wrong with being a witch. I mean, or a wizard. I mean, if they was controlling you though, that's unfortunate. I'm glad you got your control back. Dap me up. You got it back, didn't you? You get your control back. Or they still own you. Hopefully you got it back. But the term being called a witch or a wizard, that shouldn't scare nobody. Magic is all around you, whether you aware of it or not. It's being used on a regular basis too. You might as well learn how to control it instead of being a victim to it. In the Harry Potter movie, shit, it didn't matter if Harry's family believed that he was a wizard or not. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. He was a wizard. He was dealing with forces greater than that household, that petty household. The topic right now is succubus slash incubus. We still on that? Don't banish the what? You said don't banish the webcam, man. You wanna watch? That's weird. I'm celibate, so nobody controlling me anytime soon. Okay, okay. My ex put voodoo love spell on me, and your love ain't been the same since. What was the spell? Go ahead and drop that information on us. Curious minds would love to know. How do you know it was voodoo? Tell us what voodoo is, please. He cheated on you. I'm trying to keep. How do I make it to where the comments stay up? Because they disappear pretty fast. And showed him the door. Yes, sir. Celibacy is good. Keep that energy, girl. Celibate mean no sex. So what type of level of celibacy are you into? Because you could not be having sex, but you could be expressing sexual energy. You can be pleasuring yourself. I guess the only thing that's important with celibacy is why are you celibate? That's the only importance to any of this. Why do you have sex? Why are you celibate? Somebody asked me earlier, way earlier, they said that they missed the conversation about an empty cedar. An empty cedar is a vessel. It is a vessel here, but there's no soul attached. If there's no soul attached, then that means anything can come in and anything can come out. Um, there's quite a few empty cedars around here. This is how you run into some people who have like shit. Yeah, this is been with that woo until marriage. Okay, okay. If I die and they bring me back, do I still have a soul? Well, the question is, if the soul, if the soul chooses to come back or not, am I alive? But if my soul checked out of the game, it's taking the contract with it. This contract is taking me with it. So do what you want with the body. Do what you want. They might they might freeze your head like they did the dude who made Walt Disney. They might freeze your head and say, "Oh, we're gonna bring you back to life 200 years from now." Yeah, it might be a Walt Disney walking around with the original head, but the soul, you can't put that soul on no chip. You can't surgically sew that soul into another body. If it's something walking around as Walt Disney, damn, did they own splicing and mechanics and engineering? They probably took his memories. They take his memories. They took everything else about Walt Disney and they put it into that. And that's probably what they would do with somebody else. If your soul leave, bro, that's it though, bro. You are beyond the body. I am beyond the body, bro. If I died and my soul checked out and then they brought my body back, yeah, hopefully the real ones who know me would know that ain't Tiz. That ain't Tiz. I even got questions that only a couple people can answer about me. That only I would like seriously answer or ask for them to know these type of things as well. Cause that boy Vaughn to cut. It's kind of hard to tell if they took that boy or not. I don't know if they did. No disrespect to him or nothing. This ain't even about him, but he got a lot of confused fans out here. They don't know if he in that body or not. There's a couple people who would know if I was still here or not. And they better air it out. Air it out. You heard me. Is the body still me? No. The look, I get your question, so don't think I'm getting frustrated. You said if the soul doesn't come back, is the body still me? The body was never me. This is just a manifestation. This was just something I conjured up to be on this plane so that I could physically have sex, eat food, skydive, you feel me, fight, love, hug people. The soul manifested this body so that I can do things on this physical plane. I'm beyond this physical plane. I am the I am. You are too, possibly. That's the thing about electronics. When I be talking to people through the screen, it could be a bot on my screen right now. I would not know. I would not know because that bot, it can act in the realm of this black mirror, this phone. Like it be bots on my TikTok videos be trying to conjure up BS. That's probably not even a real human. If you track that, if you track that username down, bro, that is something else. There's not even human hands typing the words that's happening. That is something else being controlled. That bot technology. I'm not a bot though. I'm not my vessel. I am not my brain. I am not the mind. I am not the body. I am the keeper. Yeah. The movie Death by Temptation is the greatest movie about a succubus attacking itself, attaching itself to a black pastor and his son. You said that's the greatest movie ever? Well, if this pastor ain't know how to get rid of it, sheesh. I mean, some things are strong out here. That's why I say you gotta stand on your square. You gotta learn your power. Because if you a kind of believer, you gonna get lost in the sauce. It sounded like that pastor didn't really have faith in whatever he thought he was a part of. But I didn't see the movie, so I digress. Hmm. This off topic, but the fact you're just chilling with a bonnet talking about this stuff is a vibe. Appreciate it. I got my crystals all coiled up right now. You feel me? I would have my crystals out, but I love my hair. I would have my crystals out, but I've been rough with my hair lately, so I'm being more cautious of how I treat my hair. I think it's a lot of entertainers that are soulless now. Yeah, yeah, we can talk about that. Yeah, yeah, we can talk about that. Like, once they own your name and the idea of you, they don't give a fuck if you with it or not. I remember Jack Black said in an interview once, he was like, "I'm tired of this." He was like, "I'm tired. I didn't even want to be in this movie." And the person, the interviewer was just like, "What? What do you mean you didn't want to be in the movie? What? Why are you in the movie? What made you take the role?" He was like, "Well, they own me. If I wouldn't have been in the movie, they just would have killed me and put me in it anyways." Now, he said that a year before that Fast and the Furious dude died. I don't even watch Fast and the Furious, so excuse me, Paul. He said that in the interview a year before Paul died. What they do? He probably was tired of it, or it was a ritual. It don't matter. They killed him, and they still to this day make money off of him. They even figured out a way with technology to have him in the movie after he was dead. Do y'all remember that? So yeah, they do get away with their actors. Once you sign certain contracts and you give up the idea of being you, oh yeah, they gonna work that. They gonna work it beyond your grave. When XXX video, I mean when his album dropped, I was feeling kind of salty about that. I was feeling kind of salty because what they did was they took his voice and they finished them songs and then they put it out there anyways. And then they got all these people to buy the music thinking that they were supporting X. Really, that ain't support X. They just paid his record label. He they just paid his label. They were like, all right, since you want to be a bad boy, since you want to act rebellious, you get on our nerves. You hard to take care of. You want to talk about selling your soul. You want to talk about us like we bad for you. You want to expose certain shit. Okay, we gonna get rid of you. We gonna get rid of you, and then we gonna make money off of your name still. And that's what they did because of the contract, though. It was a contract. I got to do some scrolling because I know I got to go all the way back up. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Honestly, I'm not educated on voodoo stuff like that, but I remember my ex told me she was practicing it. Climax of a relationship, she put it on me. That's tough. We can talk about it in private though, not so much right here. AI is amazing today. It really is. Honestly, thought she was playing. Yeah. You still got mad love for her, as you should. Am I religious? Nah. You put a bonnet on. Alright, I'm gonna skip some comments. If you feel like I skipped your comment and you want to answer though, please re-comment. I'm just learning to get with this. I feel like if I spend too much time scrolling and reading, then this is gonna be hella pauses. You don't know if I talk about politics, but how do I feel about the girl that got shot recently? Oh no, no, no. I'm gonna let firstly. I'm gonna let her soul make it to where it needs to make it first. I'm not gonna put into this chaotic energy of it. I'm gonna let her soul make it to where she needs to be first. But that was a sacrifice. Every time they kill somebody, and all the black people in the world get angry about it, and we call ourselves marching. Do you know that's energy being built up? They also able to manipulate and feed off of that energy as well. When Trayvon Martin died, that energy was fed off of. Fed off of. There was some people and entities here that thrived from your hurt. They thrive from your hurt. And we just gotta learn the game differently. Because I'm not telling you not to hurt. You probably wouldn't be human if you didn't feel bad, but or you didn't feel some type of way about that. But how do you end? It's almost like being a sibling. I notice this is how it works because I was actually one of them siblings. It's like, let's say I'm hurt. You're my younger sibling. I know I get a kick out of you being mad. So I take your toy. I take your toy. And every time I take your toy, you act a fool. But I always give it back right before our mom come in or right before I get in some real trouble. I feed off of you being upset. And you play into it every time. Every time I take your toy, you get mad. You start kicking. You wondering why am I doing this? And then right before you get to the point where you can't take it no more, I give you your toy back. That's what they doing when they knocking off these young people. It ain't even just black people. When they making these sacrifices, they feeding off of your energy. You gonna march a little bit. You gonna get mad. We gonna have a million posts on social media about it, and then we gonna go back to work. I didn't freeze. I just wanted you to hear that. Then we gonna go back to work. I wish I could just touch our forehead right now with this thumb. Like, open that eye. Man. Don't think it was a black and white thing. I don't know what it was. I'm not even educated on it. I was speaking it over the whole concept of your energy being fed off of energy is big. Your energy can be fed off of whether you're in a good mood or bad mood, whether you having sex, whether you cried about somebody died, or it can be your wedding. Energy can be fed off of. And if we know the importance of our energy, we can learn how to direct it to where it's benefiting us and it's not going to these sickening things that love it. They thrive off of it. They need it. They need it to survive. You know, these sexual transmitted entities, they need your energy to survive. Without you passing them on to somebody else, they don't have a reason to be. Without you jacking off to your phone in the corner, it doesn't have a reason to be. Like, it's not feeding from anything. It needs a reason to feed. Fear, it loves fear. Hate loves hate. Them lower, very low vibrational feelings and thoughts. It can feed off of that. Sometimes you can be vibrating so low and make these things so strong that they able to cross that barrier because the veil is lifted now. They able to cross that barrier between the spiritual world and the physical world, and you do see your closet door open up slowly. It went from you always being scared, one day my closet door gonna open up, my mama don't believe me, to one day that motherfucking door opened up. You gave that thing all that fear. You gave that thing so much power and energy. Oh yeah, it's about to give you what you're looking for. It's about to give you what you're looking for. And that's only gonna terrify you more. And that's only giving it more strength to do what is so like fuck the fear. I ain't here to teach y'all about the fear, man. Oh, I can teach you about the fear, but I'm here to teach you how to win. How to be your own, how to be. I don't know what y'all practice in life, but to be of God, you have to be God. I'm not saying you have to be the God. I'm saying you're of God. So to be of God, then you are of something magnificent, omnipotent. Look that word up. It's my own kind. What? No. Oh yeah, how we use money. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that. I'm tired of America's society being backed off of my birth certificate. Many years ago, many years ago, the American dollar used to be backed by gold. What happened? America didn't even have enough gold to back the dollar behind because they were printing so much money, but they didn't have the gold to back it up. Then Gaddafi, if you know, said, hey, since you guys use money, hmm, anyways, the American dollar isn't backed by gold, it's backed by you and me. Your birth certificate, your cattle, your doc. The stock market is fluctuating off of the lives of the American public, the US citizens. So, oh my gosh, it'd be so much running through my mind. So much. Sometimes I gotta stop. I gotta stop. Because I gotta control my own energy as well. When I'm doing this with you guys, I gotta protect myself as well. I gotta keep myself from getting lost in the sauce. I don't feel I need to go mad in order to teach or share or be with y'all. So if I ever stop and change the topic, I'm doing that for me. Yeah, but we're not backed by gold anymore. We're not backed by gold, and gold isn't even really here. There's gold in the Americas, but most of the gold is in Africa. So if most of the gold is in Africa, then that means whoever owns Africa is the richest and most powerful in the world. America didn't own most of Africa. The Chinas did. The Chinas. China owns most of Africa. Now Africa doesn't own most of Africa. China owns most of Africa. So why would Americans make their dollar based off of a piece of gold if we don't even own the most gold. They gonna make it based off of something that they own completely, like you and me. Your birth certificate. This is why black people in America, so many things can happen to you and nothing's done about it. Because legally, to the other nations in the world, you're not even considered a human being. You're an artificial piece of paper. But this is not the point of the succubus and incubus talk. Let's go on to paralysis, sleep paralysis. So y'all can share anything that y'all want to share about succubus, incubus, sleep paralysis. Like, I'm talking with y'all. I don't want y'all to think like I'm sitting here. This ain't one of them YouTube videos where somebody's sitting here and they telling you what it is. Like, we unraveling this together. Feel free to share your speak your spoke. Emotional intelligence. Money is money is. Does that say is? Is mean is. It isn't. Money is backed up by gold. It's not. The American dollar is not backed by gold. They own exactly. So for America, so for the U.S., not America, we need to use who they are. The U.S. because America and the U.S. are separate. America is the land. The U.S. is the entity and corporations from the seas that is fakely over the land. Anyways, the U.S. for them to gain control, they needed to make their money based off of something that China couldn't own. Yes, we're in debt to China. We're in debt millions and trillions, but we don't have the same money system as China. And if we don't have the same money system, they can never tell us that our money is not worthy anymore. You know, it's kind of like if we had the same money system as China, everybody here would speak Chinese. It would be a curriculum. It would be mandatory to know. And other things. Probably shouldn't have typed what China owns. What's the name? China owe the old man. The Chinas own them. The Chinas own them. What were you saying about the empty vessels and how you check before you deal with someone? What do you mean? How I check before I deal with somebody? You mean before I have sex with somebody? Ask the question. Like, if you can, ask the question as raw as you can ask it, so I can give you a raw ass answer. Because if y'all ask me a general question, I'm gonna give you like a general answer. I kind of get the question, but I feel like you want to know something different than just what's implied. But an empty cedar is a vessel, an operating vessel. Y'all may know an empty cedar. You may know one. They could be really, really superficial. You know, the things in life that matter to them is not necessary. Sometimes nothing matters to them. You can look in some of these people's eyes and and see that dark coldness. There's no soul in there. Like, you ask them, you see the dude on TV. Why did you kill and rob those ladies? Why did you rape those women? I don't know. It was like something just went. Something else was able to inhabit that body, do what it wanted to do, and then leave. And then leave the vessel there to suffer the consequences. Oh, I had a technique for this, but I'm not sure if this technique is completely accurate anymore from more information that I know. So when I was younger, when I was in my early 20s, I'm mid 20s right now. When I was in my early 20s, I used to see vortexes of energy over people's head. And if I seen a vortex over your head, I thought that you had a soul. And if I didn't see a vortex over your head, I felt like you were an empty seater because I knew that that vortex had a lot to do with, you know, your aura, that and just the energy of that being. But if I didn't see that being having a vortex, then I thought you were an empty seater. Um, I moved to Atlanta and I seen a whole lot of people without a vortex. I moved to Atlanta and I seen a whole lot of people with different type of eyes as well. I moved to Atlanta and I met some people who wasn't. I mean, not just Atlanta, but yeah, Atlanta got a whole lot of everything there. Yeah. So right now, I'm so experienced. Like I know from experience, from the encounter, I'm good at reading people, and energy is always gonna be a biggie for me. Energy, I can't write that down on a piece of paper and give you like a study guide, or I possibly can, but I don't know how yet. I don't know how to tell you through this computer screen you are real. I can't. I don't know. But you stand in front of me, I can let you know off rip. Not off rip all the time, but I can let you know. Have a conversation with me. Look me in my eyes. Let me look you in your eyes. Because I'm a soul and I'm aware of this experience. So I know. I know sometimes when I'm around somebody who's not human, it's not my business to go and blurting that shit out. Because that one would make me look crazy, and two, that creates panic. And creating panic and fear will only create the environment for something to happen where you need to panic and fear. Somebody asked me on my live last night, they was like, the hypnotic code, can I do this on anybody? Yeah, you can do it on anybody. The question isn't, can you break the hypnotic code on anybody? The question is, are you ready as a soul to figure out if that person is who they say they are? The question is, once you learn about breaking the hypnotic code and reading energies and seeing things for what they really are you going to go cuckoo and lose it because the whole world that you thought existed is not what it seems to be? Or are you going to learn how to move within it? Without being fearful. So that's a lot of responsibility for a soul to put on themselves. 27? What you talking about? No, I'm about to be 27. Yeah. Yeah, ATL is full of. You want to meet a succubus? You want to meet a human form succubus? Go to ATL. You don't even need you can get the one in the flesh. That's what I call a fake succubus. There's the fake succubus, the ones that are in the flesh, and then there's the ones that feed off of you without having physical bodies. They got them both. They got a lot. They got a lot of vampires, a lot of energy vampires. They got the real energy vampires, and then they got real vampires. I'll say this again. Atlanta got a lot of real energy vampires, and Atlanta got a lot of real vampires. That place, that is where dirty dancing is big. And then I learned that wow, this is not the place for me. I'm not supposed to save the world by going to hell. Like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I'm not Buffy. I'll be Buffy if something is invading my space, but I'm not about to go to where they lay the. I'm not about to go to the vampire nest, hatching nest, and just create all the disruption. because they either gonna take me alive or I'm gonna take them. I had to move. I couldn't take it. I was losing the war, to be honest. I was losing the war. My light was becoming very dim. And I almost forgot my mission. I didn't almost forget, but it was to a point where I was beginning not to care. Let me pick up this phone so I can see what y'all saying. You end up on your knees, we'll get nasty then. Yes, real blood drinkers. Yo, what questions do y'all got for me though? I don't want to end this live because I've been on here for 90 minutes, 80 minutes. I don't want to end this live and we still got hella questions. What's up? What's on y'all mind? Chop it up. Jay Wesley been the one asking all the questions. I appreciate you though, bro. But I want everybody to be able to get what they was trying to get from this. Hey, so I got a theory. You know, y'all ever had that experience where you be laying down or you be dozing off in your sleep? You're not even probably completely asleep. And then you have that feeling like you falling, like your whole body just go, and then you wake up like, what the fuck? Y'all ever had that feeling? Feel like your soul was on a roller coaster and you just got slingshot back to earth. Sometimes that's happening because your soul is drifting off. Your soul may be drifting off and it's not time yet. It need to stay present. Now, sleep paralysis. Sleep paralysis. Let's talk about this. Some people they experience sleep paralysis and nothing happens. They wake up, they can't move their body. They think about it and they just imagine their whatever they believe in to go back into their body. They imagine their soul going back into their body and then they're able to come back from that. Somebody earlier on my live even mentioned that they just wiggle their toes and after wiggling their toes so much they can come back. I haven't had that experience. Some of you guys watching this in the future, because I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna keep this video up. You've been experiencing sleep paralysis and you seen something that wasn't so pleasant when you opened your eyes. Something probably stood over you and it was the most terrifying thing that could happen because you couldn't even run away from it or move. Now, what I believe is going on when you in that scenario, and some of you guys may think that this is imagination. It's at the end of the day, it's we all have the right to believe or think whatever we think. So I'm not arguing anything. Um, let's say you're astral projector. People who have sleep paralysis often are astral projectors. They do a lot of they got a lot of traffic going on. They here on this plane 1 minute and they off to another the next, and the body is left. When you're astral projecting, the body usually is sitting still and resting and resting. But sometimes the body may wake up and the mind and the body is awake, but the soul is gone. And the soul is gone doing what it's doing in the astral world, and you can't freaking move. Now you sitting in bed trying not to freak out, And something ugly as fuck is walking towards you from the corner of your bedroom. No more Fortnite. So, what's going on with that? Basically, what's happening is that entity, that could have been the same entity that was watching you jack off earlier, too. Mm. Could have been anything. Could have been anything. I don't want to just say it was a demon. Because when we think, y'all think the demon and angel, come on. There are angels, there are something quote unquote demons, but that don't mean that we just need to release that shit. Whatever this thing is, it like you. And it's curious. And it's seen your soul leave your body. It's seen you astral project out of your body. And now it's just a little vessel sitting there. So it's trying to fuck with you. And it's trying to get up in there. And then now you awake and it noticed that you awake. But it also knows you can't do shit about that. That thing is trying to get up in you so it can live through you. Now look, if you was an empty seater, it would be a wrap. This is how you know if you're an empty seater or not. If you're having sleep paralysis and whatever it is that's walking towards your bed made it into your body and it's walking around, yeah, you need to charge that vessel to the game. You already charged it to the game. Matter of fact, you're the whatever it was that was from the outside looking in now. You're not even watching this video. But if it did not make it in, that is because your soul is tethered to this body. So even though you went out in the astral world to take care of business, you still are connected to this body, and that thing cannot come and do you harm. It might scare the shit out of you. It might make you piss yourself. But you could be out in the astral world and then boom, realize, let me get back home. That's how some of us wake up and we have those quick ass feelings like we just feel. You be like, damn, I feel like I just got off a roller coaster. That was your soul coming back to this. That was your soul literally coming back into that vessel. Shot back so quick, you just like, whoa. Just like, whoa. Love the dream road. And it knows you're not home, right? So it's like basically when I stayed in Atlanta, I had a Hummer. And every time I got out my car, I triple locked my truck. Boop 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 boop. Every time. Depending on the area, they don't give a fuck if I triple lock that truck. They don't even know they don't care or know if I triple lock that truck. They gonna walk up to that Hummer. They gonna look in the windows, especially if they see me leave. They just see me go in this woman's house. They know what time it is. They trying to break into that Hummer so they can drive off with it, which they did. They did that shit. They didn't get away with it, but they did. They gonna look all up on you. That's why those entities, they be all up on you when you having sleep paralysis and you be sitting there scared. You be sitting there terrified, like, oh my God, this thing is about to take me. It can't do shit to you. All it can do is look outside that vessel because you're not an empty seater. You got a contract. There's a soul connected to you. So when they try to bust that window, aka when they try to bust that Hummer window, I got an alarm. That's my whip. That's not just a random car sitting out there. I'm coming back. When I come back, they get the running. They gonna get the running. Out of nowhere, what happens in that sleep paralysis when that thing is messing with you? It disappeared, right? And you able to move again, right? Because the soul made it back. The soul said, something ain't right. Something ain't right. Let me get back. Boop. Now you able to move. You still scared. You don't even realize it couldn't do nothing to you in the first place. Boom. You turning on lights. You crying. You screaming. You doing whatever you doing. But you back now. You back. What about dreams where you're falling in a dream? I'm not a good dream interpreter. I ain't gonna lie. The type of dreams that I have, they are very literal. I'm awake in the dream world sometimes, most of the time, and the things that I do in the dream world are the things I do in the dream world are my contributions to this existence. I believe falling though is like feeling like you letting people down, you letting yourself down, you letting your family down. You in a hole and you can't get up. You in a hole and you can't get up. But don't. I'm not your dream interpreter. I'm not your dream interpreter. I can tell you about paralysis. I'm not about to. Please, y'all don't DM me about y'all dreams. I'm not your interpreter because it means something specific to you and what's going on in your life. Your dream sometimes is just your subconscious mind trying to let you know what you already conjuring on. So if you running from the law, you running from the law, you feel like you gotta live on the run, like you always anxious, you always got anxiety, you always feel like somebody after you. You might have dreams of a dog chasing you, a hyena chasing you, a waffle chasing you, and you always running slow. You always running super slow, slow enough for them to keep chasing you, but fast enough for them not to catch you. That's your subconscious mind letting you know you being a victim right now. You need to hop out of that victim state and figure out what's going on in your head. I seem tired. I am pretty tired. I'm gonna get off. I've been on here for an hour plus. But let's wrap it up with questions. Let's wrap it up with questions. We're gonna wrap it up with questions, and I'm gonna tap my singing bowl for everybody, and we're gonna end on a good tip. So first, y'all ask me anything y'all wanna ask, or we can share experiences. Like man, I've had some experiences, some wild experiences, especially with sexual entities. I tried. I went as far as trying to feed off of them because I was aware of what they done. So I tried to set up a movie track to where I could feed off of them. Don't try that, people. Don't try that, people. I already answered all your questions. I'm glad I could do that. What the fuck? Tips. Yeah, I can give you some I can give you some above the water tips. Focus on your breathing. Learn about your breath. Look into some breath work. Practice your breath work. You can manipulate your chi, your sexual prana. Yes, every we are master manifestors, by the way. You are a master manifester. If you're here right now watching this video, if you're not watching this video but you're alive, you are a master manifester. All of us are. Our problem isn't learning to manifest. Our problem is becoming aware of what we manifest and how we do it. Everything that happened in your life already was somewhat manifested through you. Some good, some bad, some neither. What you want to learn is how to consciously manifest what you want when you want it, not if you're manifesting or not. Sexual energy is one of the greatest energies and tools that you can use for your manifestations. But what are you manifesting while you have sex? What are you manifesting while you jacking off? What are you manifesting while you using those fingers of pleasure and you rubbing them areas? What are you manifesting? Do you even think that that's important? Do you even remember the last thing you thought about when you caught a nut? The last nut you caught, the very last nut all of y'all caught. And you was at the very peak and you was right before the explosion. Do you even remember what you was manifesting? What was on your mind? Be more hands-on with that shit. Oh, you welcome. What he did to you. What, somebody was performing sex magic on you? You just now getting into this? Well, the breath work was a big key for you, bro, or fam. It's, the names are very small, and the pictures are too. So some of y'all, I just don't know right now who I'm talking to, but yeah, the breath work is big. So you wanna know what an incubus and succubus is. You wanna know how to stop demons from feeding off of your sexual energy or whatever you think it is. The power is in you. The power is in you. You want to stop things from feeding off of your sexual energy, incubus. It don't matter what it is. You want to stop them from feeding off your energy. You have to stand on your square and you have to demand it. You have to make it known that, hey, can't nothing feed off of my energy. This energy is mine. You hear me? Mine. You're not even welcome into my space while I'm doing this. This is sacred energy. This is a sacred space. If you are not here with love, giving me comfort, if you are not protecting my energy, you are not welcome into this space right now. That's also something that I'll say. I'll make it known. Sometimes I make it known I don't want nobody here with me. Or then sometimes I'll make it known, okay, my ride or dies, my protectors, my protecting auras and energies, y'all welcome to stay. Everything else that's foreign, get the fuck out. You know? If I could manifest all the sexual energy I've created or caused, I would be. Hey, you already are one. You're a star. You're stardust. You already are that. You already are. Okay, family. Right now, what we gonna do is with all this information that we just now shared and taking in, we gotta release it. Release it. You don't need to go to sleep with this on your mind. You will manifest the other tools that you need anytime you have questions that will be answered. You gotta know that you are that great. You found me this far, so you on your way. What we about to do is we about to release this though, y'all. Release the fear. There is nothing to fear at all, except fear itself. And don't even fear that shit. We are creating a pool, a tribe, a collective consciousness of love, unconditional love. We're demanding that any entity that is not here for the greater good of our development, any entity that is not here feeding you with love, protecting you, any entity that is not of your calling forth into your experience, it must leave. It is banished. It is no longer welcome into your space. So it is done. Everybody in here is learning to stand on their square, learning the power of the word, but more importantly, the power of their intentions. And I look forward to growing with this collective. So it is done. Thank y'all for sharing and holding this space with me, man. Really, really appreciate that. The contracts are over. Exactly. Cancel all contracts. Release that shit. Call forth, call back all those nuts. All those nuts that didn't serve you. Taken by people too. We're not just talking other them entities that you can't see. We talking people too. Call back those nuts that didn't serve you, where that person just took. Call it back. Yes, yes. Thank y'all for holding this space with me. I am cool DMG. Y'all the Ohanas. Y'all really the Ohanas, the DMG Ohanas, the Soul Tribe. We probably gonna do another live next week or any day of the week if we feel called to it. If y'all got any questions, please leave them in the comments. I'm gonna drop in and I'm gonna reply. And I'll follow back on IG. Y'all already know the IG family growing strong. And I'm learning just like y'all learning. So me, I've been big on this spiritual thing for many years, but the terminology of spirituality is new to me. So I'm learning this shit just like y'all, but I'm really just learning how to explain it to other people because I already know there's an inner know. There's an inner know about this. I receive downloads. I'm not the person that needs to sit and watch and read so and so's book for them to tell me how to control the matrix. I receive downloads and my people and my kind, they look out for me. Um, you have access to do that too if you believe it. How often do I go live? I just now reached 1,000 followers, like a couple weeks ago. So this going live is fairly new to me. I'll go live as often as I like though, whenever I feel pulled to. Just want to thank you for opening up. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I'm glad I was able to be a part of this experience with you. Most deaf. Most deaf. Thank you. What started me on the spiritual journey, I've always been on this journey. You've always been on this journey. I became more consciously aware of it though. What it was for me was realizing I wasn't going home to Jesus Christ. So I've always had experience with aliens. I don't even want to call them aliens because some of these are interdimensional beings. Some of these things come from inner space. Anyways, I've always had weird shit happen in my life. And church did not make sense to me. That was the only thing that didn't make sense. Church was telling me what stuff was. My life was showing me what shit is. So it was around the time of me being 15, 16. I just started seeing the number 33 everywhere. And that was that was the program change, and that was the unlearning. That was when the universe touched me on my forehead and was just like took me through the roller coaster. I was in high school on the basketball team and shit. I was not homeless, but I was in rough. I was that was a rocky season for me, but we got through it and made it to this lovely age I am, to this lovely experience. Um, so when did I start my spiritual journey? I've always been on my journey. You've always, you are a spirit. You started the journey when you came out your mama coochie. It never even start. It never even started. It's always been. If we gonna really say it like it is, it's always been. But I get your question. Your question is, when did I go, hey, you know? And I went, hey, around 15 and 16. Congratulations. Ah, 2,100. 100. Hey. Yeah. I'm grateful for y'all. Beyond grateful. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you, Lex. And questioning. Yeah, I used to ask questions to my reverend, and I ain't had no filter. I ain't had no filter. It all started when that ain't all started, but I remember one time my reverend told me that the church couldn't donate not, money for me to go to school, but my grandma get 15% of her earnings. She been giving this church 15% of her life earnings for 50 years. 50 years. My grandma been paying tithes for 50 years. And my grandma ain't the only one. And my grandma get bank. So she's been giving y'all money for that could have went to my college. You feel me? So I was also like, oh hell nah. That ain't no reason to like hate your church because of the money. But I was just thinking like, wow, anytime since I was a kid, I was taught to give to this church. Y'all give in the bucket of church before y'all stop for somebody homeless. Y'all don't even care about giving. Y'all just programmed to give into the church. I gave to this church, and now that I'm coming here to ask the church for something in return, y'all scratching y'all chin and talking about technicals and shit. Oh no. Oh no. But it all went the way it went. Indigo children give off an indigo aura. I used to call myself an indigo child. I used to, I'm over labels right now. I'm over labels. I just created a common label for myself, Cool DMG, and I'm beyond that label. Cool DMG stands for Cool Tez, the Melanin God. The Cool Tez stands for Conscious Omnipresence of Love. So I'm a conscious omnipresence of love. I'm cool. That's why I go by Cool. But me being an indigo child or a flower child or a star seed, I may be all of those things or one of those things. I may be, but I don't stick to the labels, especially since that's just somebody else's script, somebody else's stuff. Somebody else made that popular. What do you call yourself? I know who I am. Who are you? Children of the sun, people of the sun people, ice people. I'm all just I'm all just terms that somebody else created. I ain't got nothing good or bad to say about it. They are what they are. I could call myself a demon. It wouldn't stop me from being the great man that I am. Unless I have my mind wrapped around the idea of what I thought a demon was. See, our name is our nature. Something's name is their nature, and vice versa. You can figure out its nature through its name. A demon, you can't figure out the nature of a demon by calling something a demon. That's like just calling a cheetah a lion. It's like calling every big cat in the world a lion. It's a lion. It's a lion. Like you don't even know the nature of a leopard, a cheetah, and a lion, and a bobcat are different, and they do different things. They attack different animals. You know, they are different, but because of our ignorance, you just want to label it a lion. So when you see a lion, you got eaten by it because you tried to turn it into a house cat, or you tried to chase it away with just a pitchfork. When I seen a lion, it was a bobcat, but we called it a lion. That's what I was saying earlier. Like, don't get caught up on calling it a succubus or an incubus. It doesn't matter. It's a it's an interdimensional, possibly. It's another entity taking advantage of your sexual energy, and it needs to stop if you don't want it to happen anymore. And if you like it, hey, get freaky. That's your business. I'm telling you, I really don't judge. Y'all, there's very little y'all could tell me, and then I would be like, oh no, you're a terrible person. I can't fuck with you. Like some of y'all drink baby blood. Yeah, you probably can't be around me, but that's your experience. That's your experience. This is like the game, the game of Sims. This is like the game Sims, because Sims is just short for simulation. Everybody's playing Sims right now. Would I come over your house, look at your Sims game, and go, I don't like how you play with your character. I don't like how you play with your character. You make it go to work. Why do you make your Sims character go to work? The whole point of the game is for you to do whatever you want. Why do you make it go to work? Motherfucker, because I do. Why do you make yours have sex anytime you get on the game? What's the difference between Sims and real life? Something is being controlled. It's quantum computing still. So, you know, like, a god. A green aura, like a healer. I wish I could tell y'all, but I have no clue. Because I'm just looking at words right now. How we know red is actually red. Right. Right. And when you allow yourself to ask these type of questions, you can break the hypnotic code easily. Because you're not caught up in the bullshit that you was taught anyways. I dig it. Unlearn and relearn. Can I see auras? I used to be very great at seeing auras. I do from time to time. From time to time. Tweaker tweaker. Not as much as I did. I'm getting back on my abilities though. Like I'm going Super Saiyan. I'm charging back up. I'm in the gym right now. I'm Goku on another planet training, in another universe training right now. I'm gonna do way more than see an aura when I come back. But yeah, family, I'm up out of here. I hope y'all enjoyed this live. We just made history. Go ahead and shout yourself out if y'all want to, real quick, in the comments. I don't know. Can people read the comments when they watch the live over? I think they can. I think they can. Anyways, I'm grateful that I was able to share this experience with y'all. I know y'all see this tired in my eyes. I'm about to get off this phone and show my real people some love. I got a group chat. We conjure together and we talk about shit. My soul tribe. I'm gonna talk it up with my soul tribe. and get some rest. For a while. It is what it is. It is what it is. Alright, y'all. Well, look, I appreciate y'all. Share this video if it was helpful. And ask me any questions in the comments and I'll try to answer. But if I answered it in the video and I just like, I ain't gonna hold you. You better watch the video. Peace, though, gods. How do you know who your soul tribe is? I'm creating it. I'm creating it, bro. Peace, gods.